Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. It is Thursday night. It is June 29th, the final Thursday to wrap up the month of June. And we're here, and what better way to do it than to have another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. Woo! I'm so excited I stuttered.
Why? Like you stuttered over the way
I stuttered over excitement. Another week
over the way that you
because I'm excited. Because I'm excited to talk about another week of awesome wrestling with some of the best matches, some of the best segments, and some of the biggest OMG moments that's happened on TV. I'm your host, Jose Casabona, and I'm also the host, the founder, the content manager, the executive producer of this channel. And we appreciate each and every single one of you joining us here on on our channel, The Ravens Flock. And joining behind the camera is my co-host of this program, the host of the Black Files, the man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos that we produce on this channel every single week. I'm trying something new, Mr. Juan Arau.
Thank you for that introduction, Zay. Don't you ever forget the Mister.
And much like all our other shows on the channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and twitch.tv/theravensflock online. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click that bell icon to enable notifications on all of our media content. Leave your questions and comments down below, and we will answer as many as we can while we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you will have exclusive access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we have in our chat, and don't be shy, I know you're out there. Come on out. Don't be afraid. We have all of our shots. Feel free to show off those lovely custom membership badges and custom emojis that we made just for you, showing everybody in the world how you are supporting the Ravens Flock by providing us your hard-earned money, which, by the way, there's no obligation, but we appreciate it, and it helps us continue to expand and fund this channel. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedbacks, your ideas, your feelings on what we should be covering, helping us shape the future of this channel with to better suit your tastes. We've got D Nice, Matthew Coburn, and Nikki Bella holding it down tonight. Thank you guys for watching over here. D-Nice saying Eminem's got nothing on you, Jose.
Okay, that's damn, that comment hits hard.
No, it's like, yo, we cannot dare to hope to ever compare to Slim Shady. Eminem can destroy us.
He can destroy me with words, man. It'll take him only 1 minute to destroy me with words.
1 minute will eviscerate you. 30 seconds will destroy you. The first 15 seconds will let you know he's in charge. That's how it works. And the first 5 seconds is letting you know you done goofed.
Hang on a minute.
Colbert said, I thought it was Ms. Juancho. Wait,
Ms. Juancho?
Wait.
Sounds like the name of a tag team between Juan and the Miz.
Ew, no. What?
But Juan, think of all the publicity you'll be getting. You might get shoehorned into some WWE films.
No, I'd rather but what I would like to do is ask you, Jose, pray tell, what is it exactly we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
Pretty simple. Here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. So, finally, the season is over. The Forbidden Door is in the books. We finally wrapped it up. We've wrapped
Look at all Japan. Look at all Japan I bring over there.
All right.
Aren't I special, Daddy?
All right, yeah, the Forbidden Door is wrapped up. We're ready to move on as we're heading into WWE's Money in the Bank, which is this Saturday. More on that later. And we've also wrapped up our TV special of NXT Gold Rush, which we will be discussing right now.
Right now? You sure right now? Because, like, that's kind of a little fast. I mean, there's a flow to the stuff that we got to do, Jose. We have to do things in a order, in a cadence.
Juancho, if there's one thing you need to know about the future of our programming is that nothing is certain.
Yeah, you know what else ain't certain? You're behind. You're over here like losing yourself with like stuttering and you're freaking out. You're almost...
As I told you, I was freaking out earlier from excitement. Why are you beating a dead horse?
I will beat the dead horse until it starts gooing out Elmer's glue for me.
No, thank you. Ew, that's just a gross visual.
Yeah, I know that's horrible, and I do not actually condone animal cruelty. But if we're going to be discussing any more wrestling talk, I think you need me to do something, don't you?
Absolutely. Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do. There we go.
All right. We are going to start off with night 2 of WWE's TV special NXT Gold Rush. The show opens up with a one-on-one women's match, and they're starting things off white hot. And this one is for the NXT Women's Championship. As the number 1 contender for the NXT Women's title, Thea Hale challenges the defending champion, Tiffany Stratton.
So you guys remember, if you were watching us last week, you'll remember that we were kind of going goo goo gaga over, yay, Thea Hale, she's getting herself, she's getting that shot, and she's gone kind of apeshit crazy.
She's gone apeshit crazy. She's adopted the Kimura lock. Oh,
which
Lord help
is
anyone.
I've been on the giving and the receiving ends of that particular submission hold.
It sucks.
It's better to give it than to receive it.
Ooh.
Isn't that right, Jose?
Yes, it is. So, then yeah, as expected, Thea Hale, she tried to put away Tiffany Stratton early. She was white hot right off the bat. The fans were on their feet as Thea Hale tried to lock in the. There were a couple of attempts where she tried to lock in the Kimura lock on Tiffany Stratton, but Tiffany was able to dodge out of the way at every turn. Also, Thea Hale's mentors were at ringside. You've got the MVP of Chase U, Duke Hudson, at ringside. You also have Drew Gulak and the real-life son of Lord William Regal, Charlie Dempsey. Charlie Dempsey and Drew Gulak have been also mentoring, filling in the vacuum of Andre Chase not being there to teach the class.
So they've been substitute teachers at Chase U.
Yes, they have.
Was the entire Chase U student body cheering on Thea Hale here?
Yes.
Yay! So
everyone was cheering for Thea Hale. And when they came back from commercial break, Tiffany Stratton was able to get the upper hand, keeping the crazy hyper-maniac grounded. What's actually good? Would calling Thea Hale a kleptomaniac be accurate or no?
You do know what a kleptomaniac is, right?
I don't English.
Someone who compulsively robs and steals.
Okay,
things.
never mind.
A klepto. What kind of maniac are you trying to get?
Okay, never mind. Don't run into the ground. Let's just move on.
Well, I'm trying to words over here. Then that's part of the freaking talk over here, man. Relax.
I know. I asked.
Tranquilo, man. I want to help you.
I will not be exposed as illiterate, as unintelligent.
Who said anything about it being unintelligent? There's plenty of people who don't know jack squat about the right words to use. I just want to help you learn. To help me teach you.
Would you call this a teachable moment?
Yes, indeed I would, as a matter of fact.
And speaking of which, Thea Hale was able to mount a comeback, and pulling a page out of Andre Chase's book, she even did the letter call signs while stomping away at the champion with the fans chanting for each of the letters. C, A,
A, give me S, E,
U. What's that spell?
Chase U.
Chase U. Oh, I mean Chase U.
Chasu. Hold on, Chaozu? Isn't that little white weird little kid from Dragon Ball Z?
From Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Yes, it is. Oh my God. No, I don't think that's the correct spelling, but
actually no. Chasu. Chashu is now that we brought it up,
Japanese braised pork belly.
Yeah, it's the pork belly that you find in ramen. It's chashu pork. So marinated and braised pork belly for tonkatsu pork ramen.
Okay, I just ate dinner, and this is going to make me hungry, so let me get to the finish.
How do you think I feel? I'm the one who looked it up. Like, wait a minute, isn't that also the name of pork?
So everything was on the up and up, and it looks like Thea Hale's about to put away the champion, but we get some outside arguing between Duke Hudson and Charlie Dempsey and Drew Gulak, and it looks like Dempsey and Gulak are trying to cheat on behalf of Thea Hale, and there's a whole bunch of and the whole argument was enough to distract Thea Hale, allowing Tiffany Stratton to roll up Thea Hale and steal the victory. Your winner, and still the NXT Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
Holy God. All right, so not gonna lie, at least it wasn't that she was just being a cheap chicken shit heel, that she was just in it to freaking hide out and didn't actually put the effort in. She took advantage of an opportunity. So props to Tiffany Stratton on that. It's a shame that Thea Hale didn't pinch the win here. Also, up there, Aaron Cooper. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. And
Welcome.
Be nice, nay. Yeah.
Oh no! But the real drama ensues afterwards.
How come?
After the match, having enough of this crap, Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey put a beat down on Duke Hudson with Thea Hale watching in terror until we get the surprise return of Andre Chase.
Yay! Andre Chase is back. That's him up in the upper right-hand corner of
That's
the
him up there with the long sleeve and the best damn sneakers ever. He went up there to save his MVP student and and chased away the bad guys, Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey.
Wait, so Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey, they were trying to do substitute teachers, but they aren't actually part of Chase U?
No, they're not. Like you said, no, they're not. They're basically teachers for hire, I guess.
What the?
I don't know, man. They were brought in as guests, but there was a negative vibe to them compared to the cool, exciting atmosphere of
the positive pep rally vibe of Andre Chase over here. All right, well, the proper leader of Chase U is back, and I could have sworn, even though I only caught the tail end of this as because you're the one who's doing the reviewing and I'm reacting over here. I could have sworn I saw Thea Hale, who just got her ass handed to her and missed out on an opportunity for the NXT Women's Championship. Was she running laps in the ring after the match?
No, not after the match, but after Andre Chase and Duke Hudson chased away the bad guys.
Okay, so Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey, they were chased out, and she ran laps in celebration?
In celebration of Andre Chase coming back.
Okay. She still lost the match, though.
But she's happy to see her teacher again.
Okay, I guess.
Hey, it's a silver lining.
Yeah, I guess, it would have been a really great silver lining if she actually won the championship match and actually got to show her teacher, look what I got to do. Look what I got to do. I did this for us, sir. I got this. That would have been
She was going to win the match, but, crappy people.
Crappy people crapping on her.
Yeah.
And crapping on Chase U. How dare they?
I know, right?
Blah.
Come on, man.
Get away from her. Blah.
All right. Now we're going to get to the championship.
So the cup. The giant cup.
The giant Heritage Cup. That's right. As the defending holder of the cup, the student of Seth freaking Rollins, Nathan Frazier, defends it against this awesome luchador sensation, Dragon Lee.
Damn. Okay, so yeah, we got some lucha action up in this, and also Tam, Shamanistic Unicorn Tam is up in the chat. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. We've missed you, Tam.
Welcome, and welcome back, and we appreciate you joining us. And of course, this because it's for the Heritage Cup, it was contested under the Heritage Cup rules. It's a 2 out of 3 falls match. Each round, 2 out of 3 falls score a score decision. Of course, the victories are determined by pinfall or submission. Or disqualification, and there's 6 rounds. Each round is 3 minutes, and there's a break, and there's a 30-second break between these rounds. So
okay, so that's 18 minutes, and then 21 minutes in total.
Yes.
Okay, so that is a little bit of a run, but you do get the 30-second break in between each round. So best of 6.
Best of 6, and during the match, if there is ever a knockout, then that match is already then the victory is decided.
So it's best of 6 or whoever gets a knockout first.
Yeah. Oh, no, best of 3, 2 out of 3 falls.
Okay, 2 out of 3 falls. Then what do you mean? Why did we say best of 6 then?
No, I didn't say best of 6. I said there's 6 rounds.
Okay, 6 rounds, and
I never said best of 6.
Okay. Okay, you're confusing me. Help me out one more time, please.
All right, let me explain. 6 rounds, 2 out of 3 falls. 3 minutes each round. 30-second break between rounds. Only way to score the falls is by pinfall or submission or disqualification. In the event if there is a knockout
in the middle of a round,
then the victory is decided.
For that round or for the entire match?
For the entire match.
That's what I was trying to say. Okay, so 6 rounds. So whoever gets best of 6, but it's like 2 out of 3, so 4 out of 6.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't they just whatever? Okay, Okay, you simplified it. All right, let's go. Tell me
I
about the match.
simplified it as best as I could, my
All right.
friend. It took me a while to get it down, too.
All right, tell me about the match.
All
Let's
right.
see how this went, because I do like me some good lucha things here.
Oh, yes.
So excited! Woo! Yeah, let's go.
Thank you for that. Oh, trust me, we got some lucha things all right, but we also got some incredible moves from Nathan Frazier. I cannot overstate just how fast Nathan Frazier moves in the ring. Like when he's running between the ropes, when he's running out to do suicide dives. Like he moves at such incredible speed. Like it's hard to keep up with him.
So we have a speedster versus a luchador.
Yes, and adding more to the joke, he actually wore the colors paying homage to his favorite DC hero, The Flash.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying not to make any more Ezra Miller jokes. That was so last week. I'm trying not to. I really am. Help me. Please continue the match. Please continue.
No, you're fine. You're fine, dude. You're fine. After some great back and forth action in the first round, Nathan Frazier was able to score score the first victory. So he's 1-0. And then we get to the second round. Second round, of course, no one scored the second round. But then as we get to the third round, after some more back and forth action between these two, Dragon Lee was able to hit a schoolboy sit-out, like a sit-out powerbomb. So basically, he rolls up his opponent from behind, from underneath, and then he sets him up for a luchador sit-out powerbomb to get his fall. So now they're 1-1.
Okay, so the next one to nail the next round will win the match?
Yes!
Okay, so it's not best 4 out of 6. It's like, okay, it's actually the first to hit 2 falls out of 6 total rounds. Shit, that's still weird.
2 out of 3 falls.
But but you should only have 3 rounds if that's the case.
Don't preach it to me. Tell it to WWE.
I'm gonna tell everybody. Okay. Tam is saying, yeah, it's pretty cool. Love those 2 guys.
Oh
Excellent.
yeah, no, yeah, there's, like I said, there's a lot of excitement in the air. Like these guys continued on the next round, and something that my minor criticism is just that the managers that they had in their corners were the female wrestlers of NXT in the undercard, Valentina Feroz and Yulissa Leon. But I mean that's nowhere nearer there. So whatever.
Yeah, that's like, well, I don't get it.
It's okay, but. Yeah, Nathan Frazier, out of the skin of his teeth, was able to reverse a move, and he rolled up Dragon Lee to get the decisive win. You're a winner, and still, the NXT Heritage Cup holder? Can't call him champion, can we?
Holder, yep.
The Heritage Cup holder, Nathan Frazier.
All right, excellent. So he still holds the Heritage Cup. Hot damn.
Hot damn indeed.
Okay, I see what you're getting at. Oh, I see his flash colors over here. Yeah. So, all right. So not bad. Not bad. Okay.
It's okay. He's a fan of the comic hero, not the actor.
Not Ezra Miller. Good.
Yeah. And then after the match, both Nathan Frazier and Dragon Lee actually shook their hands and hugged it out in respect.
Okay, so yay, honor.
Yay!
It may not be the Ring of Honor, but it's still honor, so that's nice. I like that.
I actually like the set of rules for this match. This is actually pretty cool. It gives me a little bit of like Ring of Honor vibes when I watch it. Old Ring of Honor vibes, not the new one.
All right, so yeah, the proper sports-based presentation.
Hell, I mean, yeah, and to drive the comparison home, they even started off the match by shaking their hands before
shaking hands.
Yeah,
yeah, the Code of Honor, nice. They're not even in Ring of Honor, but they're doing the Code of Honor. I like that. Okay.
I know, it's so good shit. I love it. I love it.
All right, so that's good.
Now let's get to the exciting segment of the night, and this is a backstage segment featuring one of the baddies in the women's division, JC Jane.
Yep.
Right now she's got a bone to pick with Lyra Valkyria, and she's out there with the rest of her mean girl posse.
Who the heck are these other broads?
Okay, the broad sitting next to the girl in the lime green shirt. I know that's Tatum Paxley, but I don't know who the other two are. So after a minute of trash talking Lyra Valkyria, Lyra showed up right behind JC Jane to knock her on her ass and tell her straight up, "I don't play games." And she walks away.
Nice, yeah. But it didn't end there, did it?
Oh, no, it didn't. We got a surprise appearance, folks. She showed up in an earlier segment, but this one was definitely, better. We got an appearance from the WWE Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley. Mommy's home! Yes!
Yeah, baby!
Yes!
Holy crap.
Destroy me, please!
You know that she will. And if she doesn't, then Buddy Rogers will.
Yeah, you're
Buddy
right.
Matthews, whatever. Buddy Matthews, whatever.
Rhea Ripley simply said, "Hey, you deserved it. Lyra's a badass."
Ah! Okay, so Rhea Ripley basically just showed up to tell JC Jane, "Hey, you suck. Ha neener neener."
Oh,
God.
yes! Rhea Ripley approves of Lyra Valkyria.
God almighty. Okay, well, I guess with Mommy's seal of approval, I'm guessing you're going to be all over Lyra Valkyria even more so than usual.
I want to see those two wrestle.
Also, up there, Lisa Boo. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Welcome, welcome. I want to see Rhea Ripley and Lyra wrestle, damn it.
That would be
Make it happen!
That would be a hell of a match.
Yes, it would.
So, yeah, no, okay. So, yeah, nice little cameo from Mommy herself, from the Women's World Champion.
All right, now let's get to the match of the night. And it's not a horrible match. It's actually pretty standard, but let's talk about it. This match is for the NXT Tag Team Championship as the tag team, the number one contenders. Oh man, those names. Malik Blade and Idris Inoue, thank you, takes on the defending champions, the Scottish tag team Gallus of Mark Coffey and Wolfgang.
I never actually ended up asking this, so I have to ask this now. Wolfgang's the one with the long hair, and Coffey's the dude with the short hair.
Got it in one. Or
Cool.
in this case, got him in two.
Huh. All right. Okay, just making sure. I got my stuff right.
This match was not a bad match by any means. Far from it. But watching it just feels like watching a standard match. Nothing new happened, and it was basically and the outcome of the match was already a foregone conclusion.
How foregone was this foregone conclusion?
Well, come on, man. I don't. All right, here's the thing. I don't like knocking on wrestlers. I don't want to knock on Idris Inoue and Malik. Well, the only thing I'll knock on is their names because what the hell, WWE? You couldn't come up with better names.
How was to say that WWE actually came up with their names this time?
Well, okay, fair enough.
That it was
okay, fair enough. The argument
on their own.
Fair enough. The jury is out on that one, but yeah, no. It was clearly written on the wall that Gallus was going to win this match because I don't see them dropping the titles anytime soon.
All right. Was there any highlights in this match that caught your eye? Showed you what?
Just a bunch of acrobatic stuff from Malik Blade and Idris Inoue. Like nothing I haven't seen before. It's not bad. It's just like okay, I saw it last week when y'all did that to the other teams.
Okay, so they basically didn't impress you in any way that said, yeah, no, these guys deserve a championship match. It's like, okay, I guess we have two more bodies to feed to Gallus.
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, because the outcome was predictable. I already know who was going to win.
That's kind of sad. Like they should have been able to give you something, anything.
I think a much stronger tag team with the same momentum as Gallus has right now would be a better contender.
Any teams or names off the top of your head?
That's just it. I would have to continue watching NXT because at the moment I can't think of a single team that actually has that's in the same level of that has the same momentum as the champions right now. So unless there's an actual team that can like stand up to them, then yeah, no, Gallus Boy's on top for a while.
All right. Okay, no, I understand. So it's not that it was a bad match, it's just you saw it coming a mile away.
I saw it coming a mile away. It was telegraphed to me a mile away.
Okay, not a problem.
But now let's get to the bad segment of the night with one of the worst faction names in pro wrestling. That a faction name that made Juan's head hurt. We got a backstage interview segment with the Metaphor.
I want to no. No. I'm trying to be calm tonight. I'm trying to be chill.
You can do this, Juan. Do not let the inner demons win.
Nope, they're gonna win. What the shit?
So in this,
all right, no. Who's the freaking dude who's got his hands up over here?
That is the former NXT Heritage Cup holder, the Scottish Supernova, Noam Dar.
Right,
clearly, he's still reeling from his loss.
He's got my expression right now. He's like, boy, what the Okay, now go on.
Yeah, no. The ladies of the Metaphor, Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, have declared get this. You're gonna laugh your tits off. They're issued a challenge to Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey for the undisputed women's tag team titles.
What the fuck are they thinking? What the hell are these people actually thinking? It's almost like that the NXT Tag Championship that you talked about with Aegis Inoue and Malik Blade. These two ladies are going to be eaten alive on live television, and not in the fun, kinky way either. In the way that makes the match almost too boring and predictable. What the shit, Starscream?
But yeah, sure, why not? I mean, Ronda and Shayna could use more sparring partners.
Oh my god, that is depressing. Okay, you've got a weird presentation for your faction.
You got a bad name.
Who's Noam Dar's buddy over here with
the guy with the red hair? That is Oro Mensah.
Oro Mensah. Okay,
Oro Mensah. He's from Africa.
What?
Yeah, no.
God.
Anytime Mackenzie Mitchell would bring up the Heritage, Noam Dar losing the Heritage Cup, Noam Dar would just get a little bitchy because he doesn't want to talk about it.
You kidding me?
Because Oro Mensah lost on his behalf.
Wow, that is devastating. That's sad. Yeah, no. Tam's even got the right ideas. Like, I can't take these people seriously. Oh my god, I'm just trying to like. Come on, guys. You can do better than that, than metaphor. It's a metaphor for bad faction names. What the crap, man?
Oh my god, it's so horrible. I don't
even with these people. Okay.
Right.
Was there anything else of note?
No, nothing else. Just Noam Dar going through a period of crisis,
looks
and
like,
the ladies challenging.
Lash Legend's the one with the sunglasses, right?
Lash Legend is the tall one
with the sunglasses. Okay, so props to Lash Legend for the crazy ass awesome earrings, and props to interviewing Mackenzie Mitchell for her makeup. There you go. That's all I got. That's the best I could do. That's the best I could do, sight unseen.
All right. Well, now let's get to the main event of NXT Gold Rush Night 2. And this match is for the NXT Championship, as the defending champion Carmelo Hayes goes one-on-one against Baron Corbin.
You guys have to understand, we were just like absolutely done with goddamn Baron Corbin just from the word go, because of how terribly devalued and how terribly depreciated he's been in the last few years. They had him King Corbin, Gospel Corbin, Happy Corbin, Sad Corbin, the corny
JBL's bitch Corbin.
JBL's bitch Corbin. What the hell?
Soon to be Kitchen Corbin.
God almighty, he's going to be promoted to audience member if he keeps this shit up. But apparently no.
Oh, Juancho, it gets better. Remember when I made that joke last week when I talked about Baron Corbin going through character phases instead of progression and development?
Yeah, being like the different versions of his character.
But this one is actually, but this phase is actually him reverting back to an old character. If you Google search right now and look up Baron Corbin NXT, you'll find that, oh boy, he has been repackaged like instantly.
Okay. Let me take a look over here. No, that's still him being happy corny Corbin.
No, hang on a minute.
Is this him running around with his in like gym shorts? Where is it?
No, right there.
This one.
Yep. He's back to being a lone wolf.
Okay, so he's back in his lone wolf gimmick.
No explanation, no natural transition, no natural progression. Nah, screw it. Let's just put it back in lone wolf.
Why?
Because
no, seriously, why?
Because nothing else. Because at this point, nothing else is going to work for him.
And if you guys don't believe us, we're not really trying to denigrate the guy. Obviously, he's clearly a good wrestler, but it's just like, what are they doing with this poor fucker? But here we go. Yeah, him returned as the lone wolf in his lone wolf outfit. That's literally it. It's just him in a different outfit.
There's him in a different outfit, wearing a bunch of like goth stuff, and they gave him back his old music of the lone wolf Baron Corbin from the old NXT days. Not the new one where he actually sang the lyrics. I actually thought that one was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I know that would have been cool, but no,
that would be too cool, Jose.
Anyway, yeah, I know, right? That being said, yeah, no, this would have been fine if they kept Baron Corbin off TV for months and let him sit at home and then produce some interesting vignettes showing old footage of Baron Corbin's Lone Wolf days in NXT. You know, try to rebuild the image, try to convey the message that at one point he was this unbeatable badass. Right? And then, out of nowhere, no matter who he's interfering, whether it's Seth Rollins or whether it's Roman Reigns or whoever the hell, you bring him back as a surprise on the main roster, lone wolfed out, and he's raising hell. And that's how you repackage a superstar. This was thrown together at the last minute. This makes me angry! When I said I want the lone wolf to come back, not like this!
Hey, you wanted the lone wolf. Here's the lone wolf. Enjoy. Also, up there, Vicente Guerrero, welcome to Wrestle Rewind, and Tam Tam is saying his star tats are cool.
His star tats are cool. I'm not gonna lie.
We're not gonna lie. You know, the tattoos
his
are cool.
game is actually pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And this match was also pretty solid as well, with Baron Corbin countering Carmelo Hayes' nothing but net moves a couple times. At one, he hit a chokeslam backbreaker at one point, and he also hit Carmelo Hayes with a devastating deep six. It's basically like a boss man slam, but he spins around at such incredible speed that he does like a 540 spin before planting Carmelo Hayes into the mat.
Oh, guys, get a load of this over here, Jose. I want to give a shout out to Shamanistic Unicorn Tam for sending us a $5 tip through our PayPal. Woohoo! Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Tam. We appreciate it very much.
Very good. Very
Holy
good.
cow. Folks would do well to follow her fine example. And if you wish, you may send us a tip to our tip jar via PayPal right there, tiny.cc/tiptrf.
Absolutely. Any monetary amount will help us, and will help us in improving our production here at the Ravens Flock, and will also help us when we're out on the road.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Tam.
All right.
And since you're welcome, love you. Thank you. Yay.
But then Carmelo Hayes was able to rally back. This baller was able to hit Baron Corbin with the fadeaway before putting him away with his finishing move, nothing but net, to pin and retain. Your winner and still the NXT champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Hell yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all.
But the show has not ended because in a few seconds before the show went off the air, we actually go outside the office of a WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels, as there was a shouting contest behind closed doors between Shawn Michaels and Braun Breaker.
What for?
Well, it looks like WWE is not done milking this dog-faced cash cow yet in NXT. So I don't know. Something Braun Breaker came out of the office frustrated, yelling that nobody controls me. Like, that's what he said behind closed doors. And his dialogue as a heel sounds so one-dimensional. I'm sorry, no, I can't do this. Juan, help me out here. Braun Breaker as a heel.
Are you asking me to do my voice?
I'm sorry, Braun Breaker's heel dialogue is too one-dimensional.
Shawn Michaels, listen, you gotta understand something. I come from a very proud and very noble wrestling legacy, and I will not be denied. You cannot control me. I'm the one of the longest reigning of all time NXT champion, and you're trying to put me down. You're trying to hold me down, and you're even trying to put me off when I try to face him against Seth freaking Rollins. I went ahead and I held myself down. I went ahead and I did my work, but you can't understand. You can't understand what it's like living up to this pressure, and I won't take it. I won't take it from you. I won't take it from them. I won't take it from Rose. I won't take it from Mel. I won't take it from Corbin. I won't take it from Adam Corbin. I won't take it from Sean Mel. I won't take it from Carmelo Hayes. I won't take it from nobody. Ah!
Wow. For a second there, Juan channeled his inner Howard Dean.
That's some old 2004 politics for you. U.S. politics, mind you. Vicente is saying, Corbin improving is always good. Even more reason for my Baron Corbin fandom. All right, no problem. I ain't going to knock you on it.
Okay, in the
Some
ring,
folks
I'm not
like pepper jack cheese. Some folks don't.
Look, I'm not knocking Baron Corbin's improvement in the ring, but the way they just put him back as the lone wolf, like, just out of nowhere, just seems empty, man.
You mean kind of how whenever Chris Jericho switches his gimmicks in between weeks in order to go in for a match? You know, like, oh, hey, I'm going to be Painmaker Jericho, or hey, I'm going to be the Ocho Jericho, or hey, I'm going to be Lion Tamer Jericho. No rhyme, no reason.
At least you can make a T-shirt out of it. At least you can make merchandise out of it.
That's not even the point.
I know. I know. Trust me, we're going to get to him in a bit.
And Tam Tam approves of me giving you the Braun Breaker here.
Thank you. You gave us heel Braun Breaker. And I appreciate that. That was much better than anything that Braun Breaker said. I'm sorry, I don't buy him as a heel.
Oh, D-Nice, bro. That scream brought back nightmares. Appreciate it.
Now D-Nice is going to see dog-faced gremlins in her sleep.
You know, she's going to see dog-faced gremlins trying to run for president.
Oh, my God. Thank you. All right, now, before we get into this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, we should need to talk about the main event match of this year's Forbidden Door event, hosted by All Elite Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh, this is actually really good. Before we continue, Vicente Guerrero was saying here, Braun Breaker telling Shawn Michaels, nobody nobody controls me. I am so sure that pissed Shawn off so much. Not like Shawn fucked careers up of several guys or was part of the Montreal screw job. Didn't he also kind of back channel Big Van Vader out of WWE for a hot minute?
Yeah, between him and Triple H.
God almighty. It's like, dude, listen, I'm an old man. I don't have patience for this stuff anymore. I'm not here to placate you. I'm not here to be your daddy. Listen, folks, I'm very sorry that we're dealing with Braun Breaker's crappy attitude, and I'll do my best for it not to happen again.
You could just blame me.
We're very sorry that you had to deal with that midlife crisis. It won't happen again. And he walks away.
I know, right? All right. But now let's get to it. The main event match. And I would say if it wasn't for Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, this would have been the greatest match of the entire night. It is a one-on-one encounter between the Rainmaker to the right, Kazuchika Okada, versus the former WWE World Champion, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Holy shit. All right, so D-Bry, the head of the Blackpool Combat Club, and Kazuchika Okada representing New Japan Pro Wrestling. One of the, like you said, the Rainmaker of NJPW. So let's see what these guys brought to the table. Tell us all about it, Jose.
So before we get to the match, we got to talk about the entrances. Let's get it out of the way right now.
What's her face? D-Nice over here saying, who's yo daddy?
Nice. Let's get this out of the way right now. Bryan Danielson, in his entrance, he came down to the song of the final countdown. This is interesting to mention because that was his entrance music in his early years in Ring of Honor. Am I right?
What, are they going to move him out of the AEW brand over to the Ring of Honor brand?
No, I'm asking you for reference.
It is his old Ring of Honor music, and so was Ride of the Valkyries.
Yeah, and according to the media news outlets, when Bryan Danielson made his debut in AEW at All Out in 2021, there was talks about him coming back to the theme of the final countdown, but it was too much money for AEW to get their license to get the license for, so they gave him an alternate entrance music instead. And over here, like they even mentioned, like it was even brought up during the post pay-per-view press conference where Tony Khan actually mentioned.
Oh that's too expensive. That was about as much as a talent contract, man. I'm not paying that anymore. I'm not paying that.
He did mention it was a one-time deal.
It was a one-time deal. I'm not paying that a lot. It was really just a one-time deal.
Juan, you're better than this.
In celebration of the damn fury of the gods, we're leveling up his music. And we're leveling up. We're leveling it up. All right, on Dynamite. On Dynamite, on Dynamite, on Dynamite, on Dynamite, and every Wednesday I start the title. Thanks, guys.
Come on, Juan, you're better than that.
No, I'm not. I could be a petty little bitch if I really wanted to. Oh, Matthew Corbett saying Lewis is your daddy? Louis Lecca, my man from Nerd Report, the man who nuked the fridge.
Damn, that's a stretch.
I was about to say, he's a lot of things, but my daddy, he certainly is not. He didn't even handle me when I met him last year in Vegas. I was over here complimenting him.
I'll be right back. Give me a minute.
As a handsome, strapping man. You know what? Screw this. I'll take your freaking.
Just a couple seconds.
Yeah, we can't leave the. We can't leave the freaking. Well, you pour your drink and then I'll give.
Right there.
All right, well, here's your cup. Okay, I love Lewis like a brother from another mother, like a big brother, the same way I do Andy. But he was like so weirdly uncomfortable when I was complimenting how healthy and how excellent it is, because like I like complimenting my friends and shit. He's probably getting me like, dude, are you trying to come on to me? Like, no, I'm just very, very secure in my own masculinity that I know how to compliment another dude and say, hey, you look excellent. I'm happy for you. So, but I don't know. Maybe Lewis is just uncomfortable because he just officially met it face to face for the first time. I still love him. No disrespect. This isn't shade. This isn't trying to throw any sort of fade in his way. I'm just letting you know what was going down. All right, cool. Let me go. Here's your Sprite cup.
Okay, awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let it be known that Juan is comfortable in his masculinity. So, and
Lewis ain't my daddy.
Also, Lewis is not his daddy. Can you imagine a Maury show segment where you get
Lewis
the
Lecca, you are not the father.
Oh, God. The results are in, anyways.
Oh, Dean, I saw clip that. Please do go ahead. And like I said, I'm not trying to shade him at all. I promise.
Yeah. So getting back to it, Kazuchika Okada, his entrance gear, like he came down with the robe that's all covered in like $100 bills with Kazuchika Okada's face on it, and and the arena was also raining down like these fake like $100 bills with Okada's
bills, yo.
It was so cool. I loved it. It was so awesome. And I gotta mention, like, when they were at the Scotia Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the fans were white hot throughout the entire pay-per-view event. Everything that went on in the pay-per-view went off without a hitch. It was 100%. It was awesome.
Very nice.
This main event, like, it did not disappoint. These two guys went at it 100 miles an hour. What we got was just pure wrestling from both Bryan Danielson and Kazuchika Okada.
Explain.
No flippiness, no top rope dives, no topes or super kicks.
No 900 Canadian destroyers.
No 900 Canadian destroyers.
No wrestling blow-up dolls.
No!
We'll get to that in a little bit.
None of that. None of that at all. We just got some great grappling from both Bryan Danielson and Kazuchika Okada. Bryan Danielson, yep.
I was going to say, what's your face? Tam was saying, I shouldn't encourage him, Lamau. Vicente, no shock that Bryan used a song by Europe. Omega/Hangman used a glam rock song, Don't Know What You Got Until It's Gone by Cinderella. Yeah, no, I remember. So, what the hell? Like, Tony Khan is shilling out cash left and right, and these people are getting their money's worth out of him because they know he's a moron.
Yeah, no. I mean, yes, he is. I mean, so, but no, what we got was like nearly a half hour of great wrestling. Bryan Danielson, he's like, as far as his ring work goes, he's always resilient. He has like a whole arsenal of different submission moves that he unleashed onto Kazuchika Okada. He did try to attempt to lock in the label lock a couple of times. There's at one point during the match, near the end of the match, where Kazuchika Okada actually reversed a submission hold from Bryan Danielson, but he did it in such a weird, awkward way that it actually broke a bone in Bryan Danielson's forearm.
Go figure. And he broke it in a way where it's not going to be able to just heal up in about a month or so.
No, well, we'll get to that in just a bit. But despite that setback, Bryan Danielson continued on and carried the match, and actually did manage to freaking lock in the label lock on Kazuchika Okada, and Okada tapped out. Your winner, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Pound for pound, Bryan Danielson is literally the best wrestler in the world of 2023.
And now he's out of action for the next 4 months.
Unfortunately, that is true. Even though he mentioned that he got hurt during the press conference, that it's not that serious, and that he also praised the medical staff of AEW for looking out for him. In a later social media post, Bryan Danielson's real-life wife, Brie Bella, actually revealed the X-ray of the broken bone in Bryan Danielson's forearm, and we're looking at 6 to 8 weeks of being on the shelf.
God damn it, D-Bry!
So he's likely not going to be coming back until around the time of AEW All Out, Sunday, September 3rd.
What the fuck, D-Bry?
Yeah.
Dude, you had one job to do, just the one. Look at this. Look. Planet Q's Queen sent us the image from D-Bry's X-ray. Give me a second. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, it was put up by Wrestling News. Bryan Danielson's broken arm is worse than expected. Initially, God damn it. That's just depressing, man. Initially, the hope was that he would be back within 6 to 8 weeks. If he's out longer, then he won't be able to wrestle in London at All In.
Oh,
and yeah,
man.
What's her face? Brie Bella with a caption of the broken arm. I actually want to see if it's okay with you if I can go ahead and show this to the folks at home.
Go right ahead.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up as a point of reference because this is important.
Okay, give me 5 seconds over here. 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the post that I was referring to by Brie Bella. This is the X-ray shot of Bryan Danielson's forearm, and you can see clearly the broken bone in the arm.
Brie Bella having written on here, not sure to be proud or chastise him for wrestling 10 more minutes with this break. Definitely worse than we thought.
Yes. We here in the Ravens flock would like to wish Bryan Danielson a speedy recovery.
Not that he needs well wishes. The guy's a machine. After having been beaten that spinal stenosis in his neck for X amount of years, with like cryotherapy and super veganism.
Oh no, it wasn't spinal stenosis. It was a series of concussions.
Oh yeah, it was concussions. I thought it was spinal stenosis.
No,
My bad.
you're thinking of somebody else. But yeah, no.
I was thinking of Edge.
Yeah, you're fine. But
okay.
If Bryan Danielson can overcome concussions, then yeah, he can definitely overcome this. And I don't think he's going to be taken off TV. I think they're going to have him on TV cutting promos and doing what he's been doing recently. He's been joining anytime the Blackpool Combat Club are wrestling. He's been joining Taz, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur on commentary.
They would do a really good job if they just had him replace Excalibur
for Renee Paquette. Sorry, I'm very biased. I mean, she's freaking good at her job.
She is, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Vicente Guerrero in the chat, and Tam is saying, "No way, that was awesome. The match sounded incredible." Vicente, Danielson versus Okada could only ever be less than 10 stars if both guys had insane fevers. Even then, fans get 7 out of 10s from these mat wrestlers. And yeah, no, Aaron Cooper, you're right. That was a nasty break, and it was a diagonal one too, which means it's going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is.
If it's not as clean of a break as initially thought when this went down. So yeah, speedy recovery to D-Bry.
Speedy recovery to D-Bry. Great main event match and great pay-per-view all around. Everything was actually pretty damn good. My only knock, and this seems to be a general consensus, is that the pay-per-view was 5 hours long. Too long for a one-night pay-per-view event.
Jesus jumped up Christ. Vicente in the chat calling Bryan Danielson a machine. Hey, Juancho, even Brian Cage would agree with that. Would agree after this match.
Yes,
Holy
he would.
Shit. Also, the Entertainer Without a Face. Hey, up there, Entertainer Without a Face. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Brian Okada was okay, but Omega or Ospreay 2 was a whole nother level.
I agree with you. Like I said, if it weren't for Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, then Bryan Danielson versus Okada would have been the absolute best match of the pay-per-view.
However, since it was the main event match of the pay-per-view, that's what Jose committed to cover for this time around.
I would even go so far as to argue that because it's a main event, because Bryan Danielson is part of it, like he has star power, that main event match is on the same level as Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay.
Definitely. It's like what was his face? Anytime you have like Jim Ross or Jim Cornette talking about the Attitude Era, comparing of like who was the number one top guy, The Rock or Stone Cold. Both of them had the same same things. Like, oh no, you don't have like the number one and the number two guy. They're both the number one guy. There's like one A and one B.
They're both the number one guy for different reasons. They had different paths. They even intertwined more than once.
So in line with that way of comparison, the D-Bry v Okada match and the Ospreay Omega match, it's 1A and 1B. It's easy.
I actually can't help but
making sense.
You are making sense, and
so.
You know what? I can't help but feel happy for Bryan Danielson. He did mention when he made his return in he did even before making his return in AEW, he did express interest in wanting to wrestle in Japan. I guess this is as close to wrestling in Japan as he'll get for now. Being able to wrestle some guys from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
All right, so excellent match, excellent bout, and a good showing of parts of the Forbidden Door.
Absolutely, and for Juan's sake, we are now closing the Forbidden Door and leaving it behind us.
Thank God, because I can only stomach being able to do that gimmicky voice, making fun of hyperactive, coked-out dweeb Tony Khan.
It's okay, Juan. It's only once a year.
Stop
or
it.
However long AEW and New Japan are going to be working together.
I'm asking nicely, please.
All right. Let's go ahead and get to this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Hit the boom, Dynamite!
Yes, this week's Dynamite takes place over in Canada once again. Canada is eating well with all this wrestling, man. It's crazy.
95% of the wrestling that Canada is getting is AEW. You can take that you can take that for what it's worth. I was going to say you could take that with grain of salt, but it's there's no grain of salt needed. It is true they are eating well, but the quality of that may vary depending on your opinion of AEW wrestling. So let's go ahead and get on it, shall we?
Yes, indeed.
Get on it, dog it.
Yes, indeed. AEW Dynamite opens up in a hard way with a great one-on-one bout with the former WWE and AEW World Champion, the Death Rider, Jon Moxley, going one-on-one against the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii.
Oh, shit.
These two competed against each other in a 5-on-5 match at the Forbidden Door, with the Elite beating the Blackpool Combat Club.
Oh, yeah. The Elite had Tomohiro Ishii.
And they also had Eddie Kingston.
Right, because it was Bucks and Kenny Omega.
No, the Bucks and Hangman Adam Page.
Oh, right. Bucks and Hangman, because Kenny had his match with Ospreay. My bad.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, Vicente Guerrero. Most of the Dark Order guys started out in Canada. You're
You're
right.
absolutely right.
Preston Vance, if I'm not mistaken, he started there as well.
Evil Uno.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, and I hear tell that Mr. Brody Lee conceived of -1 with his lovely wife during a tour in Canada.
Yes, indeed.
But Tish. That's a bad joke. I'm sorry.
His favorite sports team is the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Awesome.
Yes, but getting back into this match, this is hard-hitting. These guys exchanged chops. They exchanged headbutts. They exchanged forearms. They exchanged right hands. Lots of strikes back and forth between the Death Rider and the Stone Pitbull. There was no finesse. There was no technical finesse. There was just pure brawling, meat and potatoes that you'll get out of these guys, and the Canadian fans all love it. At one point, Jon Moxley even hits a Karl Gotch pile driver onto Tomohiro Ishii, planting his head onto the mat only to get a 2 count. These guys continued brawling each other until both men were busted open because, hey, you can't have a Jon Moxley match without blood.
Yeah, I was feeling thirsty. I was feeling thirsty here.
Actually, no.
I never had Japanese food before, so Tomohiro looked kind of tasty. I want his blood.
Oh, God.
I'm going to tear his eyes out. I'm going to use them as candies. I'm going to use his fingers and to stir my tea.
All right.
I'm drinking the blood.
Jon Moxley did try to hit a paradigm shift onto Tomohiro Ishii, but was only able to get a 2 count. Tomohiro was able to rally back after another series of strikes. Even at one point hit a basement lariat onto Jon Moxley, but Moxley was able to kick out after 2. And then at the end, but of course at the end of it all, Moxley was able to come back and he plants Tomohiro Ishii not 1, but 2 Death Riders in the middle of the ring to pin and win. Your winner, Jon Moxley.
Holy shit! So Blackpool Combat Club's coming out strong.
Yes, they are, and we're gonna mix it up a little bit here on this review because after the opening match, well, hang on a minute, Juan has something to say.
No, I was gonna point out the chat over here. Vicente Guerrero, most of the Dark Orders, yeah, and then Tam said, both of these men's looking mean, and then with laughing emojis and with me doing Jon Moxley the vampire shit. And she's having sushi right now. What are the odds? So I was making a Japanese food joke of Jon Moxley drinking everybody's blood.
Dragon sushi with a glass of blood.
Yeah, the glass of blood.
And Vicente saying Tomohiro versus John was like a match out of freedoms or BJW. Holy shit, you're not wrong. All right, so said that we're gonna say
Yeah, we're going to mix
mixing
it up
a little.
because we're going to go straight into the exciting segment because it's important to note that right now, the real drama isn't with Jon Moxley or the Elite or Jon Moxley or Tomohiro Ishii, but it's with Jon Moxley and his best friend / brother, the Mad King, Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, so what the hell is that about?
These two are brothers. These two are friends. These two fought together. Eddie Kingston saved Jon Moxley's life from that piss-poor exploding barbed wire death vest. How can you forget this, Juan? That was the most compelling shit!
Freaking explosion from that pee-pee poo-poo exploding barbed wire death match. I need to find a gif of that. Can I would you mind if I get that?
Go ahead and find a gif. I'll
Okay.
keep talking. And these two are at a crossroads because they're on opposite sides. Jon Moxley's with the Blackpool Combat Club. He wants to be friends with Eddie, but Eddie doesn't take kindly to Jon Moxley aligning with Claudio Castagnoli, a man who he's had a beef with for the longest time in wrestling.
God. Okay, so really, Eddie Kingston doesn't like Claudio, and that's why he isn't.
Their
happy
hatred
with-
goes all the way back to the independent wrestling years of Chikara, Juan. So-
Okay, and
and he's disappointed at Jon Mox, and Eddie Kingston is disappointed at Jon Moxley for aligning himself with that asshole.
oh, for God's sake, God damn it, man.
Oh no, I know you're tired. There's someone else who's tired of this bullshit too, and that's Renee Paquette, Jon Moxley's wife. In the middle of all this, she literally bitched out both men to get over it and work it out. Holy shit, do not piss off Renee Paquette.
Yeah, no, she was piping mad. That's not the kind of angry that's the kind of angry that you want in the bedroom, but not out in public with your buddies getting your ass chewed out.
Oh, yeah.
Holy God in
The
heaven.
last time I saw Renee Paquette lose her cool was in a talk segment in 2016 during WWE SmackDown when The Miz was talking crap about her husband, and Renee just slapped The Miz in the middle of the ring and stormed out.
Well, that actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, how often can anybody get the chance to slap the Miz right in his freaking punk ass face?
Hell, I even like
get away with
what
it.
Jon Moxley said in the Talking Smack post show segment in 2016. He said "Hey man, I don't piss off Renee. You know, she used to coach a hockey team in Canada."
Yeah, no, she knows how to handle peoples.
And that's why I'm vouching that she should be on the commentary team for either Dynamite or Collision. I'm not biased at all. Yes, I am.
Yes, you
Come
are.
on, guys. She's really good at her job. What are you doing?
Like, don't
Come on, Tony
Don't
Khan.
go lying to us as a.
Come on, Tony Khan. You could replace the sock puppet with an actual commentator.
Yes, please replace Excalibur.
So yeah, Juan, what do you think of? Oh yeah,
This-
there it is. There it is, folks.
This was the exploding barbed wire death match.
Boy, oh boy, AEW has proven time and again that when it comes to an elaborate gimmicked match with a lot of moving pieces, they tend to make things complicated, and it turns out not looking good. And that's the nicest diplomatic way of me putting it.
I won't look good. You can be diplomatic. I'll be a dick. That was stupid. The match itself was stupid to begin with, and then you have this shit go off.
No, everything the match was great, but the finish was stupid.
Oh God, it was so freaking stupid. I don't believe it. Oh, please
I mean,
tell
obviously.
me what else we have to.
All right, now
on.
we're gonna get to the meh match of the night, and we get some six-man tag team action as Hangman Adam Page and the Young Bucks are in action, and they're taking on the Dark Order. Evil Uno, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver. Hey, speaking of the Dark Order, Juan.
How about that? What are the odds? Yeah, Vicente Guerrero brought him up, and yeah, okay. I noticed how you only had this thumbnail, and you didn't show me any images from the match itself. I'm assuming it was a match that was that fast and forgettable.
It wasn't fast and forgettable, but we knew who was going to win. And they had an earlier segment backstage where the Dark Order are disappointed in Hangman Adam Page for choosing the Young Bucks over his real friends to help him get over his demons, to help him get over his alcohol issues, to actually help him in his quest to redeem himself and become the AEW World Champion.
Yeah, but these guys are his friends too.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
honestly, if it wasn't for the controversy,
Oh God.
yeah, if it wasn't for the whole CM Punk controversy and Adam Page sticking his nose where it don't belong, I would say that, yeah, his long-term storytelling of Hangman Adam Page's comeback trail, that was one of the good storylines
It
told
was
in
a
AEW.
good storyline. There were bits and pieces, and it made sense. But what the shit, Starscream? Of course you can't have that. Yeah, no. Vicenta's making a mockery of the explosion too. Like, holy shit, Mox is lucky to be alive after such an explosion.
All right, so let's get this out of the way. This match was pretty good. The Dark Order actually did put up a damn good fight. There's as usual, you know, with the Young Bucks, there's a lot of top rope dives. There's a lot of super kicks involved. So that is to be expected. You could literally make a bingo card, and you could literally cross off everything that's related to a Young Bucks match. And at the end, like when Hangman Adam Page tried to go for the buckshot lariat, John Silver actually countered the buckshot lariat and turned it into a suplex. But then Hangman Adam Page countered it again, hitting the Deadeye onto John Silver. And then the Young Bucks got back into the ring. The rest of the Dark Order were wiped out. They hit the BTE trigger on John Silver before Hangman Adam Page put him away with a second attempt of the buckshot lariat to pin and win. Your winners, the Elite. No obligatory yelling?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm going to save my wrath. I'm going to save my energies for things that I like rather than things that I hate.
Oh, but
I'm going to try to at the very least.
Oh, but Juancho, here's some things that you can like, because after the match, the Blackpool Combat Club got some retribution and put the beat down on the Elite, with Jon Moxley stabbing Adam Page in the face with the freaking screwdriver, busting him open, and then
What the fuck, man?
And then Jon Moxley got on the microphone and he said that in July in Boston, Massachusetts, in the TD Garden, to quote the former leader of the Blackpool Combat Club, William Regal, he didn't actually name drop it, but he said, as an old friend once said, "Blood and guts."
It doesn't have the same sting as War Games. I can't help that.
But WWE owns the right to the IP of War Games.
But yeah, the blood. I saw the video of that. I'm like, yay! But it's like, it's not the same if it's not William Regal.
I know.
Is it wrong that I miss William Regal on television? Period.
We
I
all
don't care
miss-
at this point if he's in AEW or WWE. I just miss William Regal.
We all miss William Regal.
A wonderful character in professional wrestling. I mean, he really is. I mean, he's just the best. There's nobody like William Regal. There is no one who can compare to his majesty, his prowess.
Oh my God! You can't.
His
I can't
presence.
believe you, man.
There is no way that anyone can ever replace him.
You're a douchebag, dude. That being said,
he's so smooth and fluid in the ring.
he also has good taste. I can't believe
You
it.
don't get to call me an asshole after that one.
Yeah. That being said, okay, yeah, no, AEW is bringing back Blood and Guts, which is their version of the War Games match that WWE owns the rights to with their WCW intellectual property.
Yeah, no, you're right. But that's not even really the point. It was just like, I get what he was trying to go for, but it didn't really land the same way as if it would if William Regal was the one.
It should have landed because Jon Moxley is great on the mic.
That's just me, though. That's just me. Like,
okay,
I'm sure
it's just
everyone
you.
else.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure other folks would find it and like it, and it's okay. But like, I'm just obviously like, it's just not the same if it ain't William Regal. Also, Vicente, Evil Uno helped Adam Page by saying, "Eat more cheeseburgers like me, less beer." But to be serious, Uno has a great neck breaker.
He
does.
He does.
But, yeah, no, like, not like there's any way that the hangman can actually keep weight that's packed on after a while. He's got a very swell physique.
All right, now let's get to the segment of the night, and I really should be hyped about it, but I don't know. This guy just doesn't give me a reason to actually buy into this new heel turn. Yes, we're going to talk about the in-ring talk segment with Jungle Boy Jack Perry. During the Forbidden Door event, Jungle Boy failed to capture the IWGP World Heavyweight title against the Japanese wrestler Sanada, and after the match, Jungle Boy turned into a villain. He turned into a bad guy and knocked down his best buddy, the FTW champion, Hook.
So
hashtag Jungle Hook is dead.
I know why it's dead. It's not because Jack Perry over here decided to become a heel. It's because Tony Khan, that cheapskate, coked-out dweeb, knows that since we brought to his attention on Twitter, and don't think I hadn't noticed, that we came up with hashtag Jungle Hook, and his ass refuses to even acknowledge me and to even send me a check. He'd rather kill the gimmick and try to kill the mention of Jungle Hook so that he can avoid having to pay me royalties.
Oh, shit.
You shithead. You coked out dweeb. You little skate. You little freaking cheapskate. I saw what you did there. You still owe me, buddy. I don't give a damn.
Folks, Juan's not lying. We do have video evidence that Juan mentioned Jungle Hook first. He was the first one to mention the hashtag.
Exactly. I was the first one to mention it, and
we've been tweeting about it. Like Tony Khan, pay Juan his royalties for the hashtag. We actually have video proof.
Exactly, for crying out loud. But no, he'd rather not because he's a cheapskate.
Oh, man.
Vicente, Regal saying War Games got so over he refused to say it in interviews while in AEW.
Yeah, I know. That being said, Juancho, you might want to be careful because now next thing you know, you're going to be tweeting conspiracies on Twitter saying that AEW has bots planted to spy on us.
It's bizarre, but I actually believe that.
Okay, but let's go ahead and get back to the segment that nobody believes in.
Jose, I mean, at the end of the day, like I've got a good point over here. I have been able to track down over the years how people keep stealing my goddamn ideas. I came up with the idea for the freaking giant WWE Championship design that they've been perverting around for over a decade now. I was the one who came up with you damn Skippy Hippie when Booker T said it back in 2002 or 2001. I'm the one who came up with hashtag Jungle Hook. I come up with all these goddamn ideas, and WWE keeps ripping me off. And then AEW started ripping me off. If there's one thing those two fuckers have in common, is that they rip Juan Arouse off. I deserve my monies. Pay me my money.
Juan's been betrayed.
In cash.
Juan's been betrayed.
God. Okay, so what's Jungle Boy's excuse for being evil?
All right. First of all, he told the guys to cut his music. He doesn't like his music.
Oh, so Tony Khan paid a shitload of money for that jungle song. Oh,
yes.
All for Jungle Boy over here to freaking throw it away. Yeah, way to show some appreciation, Jack.
Yep, and then Jack Perry. Jack Perry came down to the ring, and his promo, like the way he dressed, is so weird. He looks like freaking Hyde from that '70s show if he was shorter and if he was less cool.
Okay, there's actually a thing about that. Do you know who Jungle Boy Jack Perry is related to?
Yeah, he's related to the late Luke Perry.
Yeah, that's his father. Luke Perry had done a famous photo shoot back in the day where he was wearing pretty much the exact same shit that Jungle Boy was wearing for like a magazine interview while he was doing Beverly Hills 90210.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot that too. But thank you.
That's actually the reason why Jungle Boy was dressed in a weird way.
Yeah, I know. And he keeps saying they're like, oh no, Hook didn't turn on Jungle. No, Jungle Boy didn't turn on Hook. Hook turned on Jungle Boy, and the fans are to blame. And yeah, and he says a whole bunch of like heel stuff, and he even mentioned like, oh yeah, and I'm dating the hottest woman in pro wrestling today, bitch, or whatever the hell he said. I don't know. I can't buy him as a bad guy.
What?
I don't know. I am trying to buy Jungle Boy. Jack Perry is currently dating Anna Jay.
Okay, and
he just
I'm like saying like, dude, why should we? You're not making us care. You know what he's got? Look at his face, his headshot in this thumbnail over here. He looks like Raven. A little bit, like a cleaned up, not so grunged out version of Raven. Go in with that in mind rather than trying to, whatever, I'm just going to crap on the fans. No, play a little bit into that. Talk to Raven and tell him, like, hey, I want to get in on that zeitgeist of the grunge rock revolution. So that see, like, it's like for crying out loud, like,
none of the fans of the fans in the first Ontario Center were buying into Jungle Boy's promo segment. He continued on by saying that and that Hook is so arrogant that he had the gall to show off his FTW title in front of me.
You mean the championship that isn't recognized as a proper title, doesn't actually belong to anyone, and doesn't actually matter in the world of AEW?
Oh yeah, Jack Perry reminded us that too, Juan. Thanks for the reminder for his reminder.
So that one, right?
Yeah, that one. And he basically said, like, I'm going to take everything away from Hook, and I'm going to embarrass him in front of his father. And he singled out Taz in the commentary booth. And Taz's reaction is so ridiculous. He just chuckled a little bit. What? I heard him chuckling a little bit.
Wasn't Taz throwing up a tizzy attack at Forbidden Door for when Jungle Boy betrayed Hook and beat him up? Wasn't he like, listen, no, look, this guy, he's got hell to pay. Like, you don't do that in front of a man's father. Like, you just don't disrespect a man like that, Cole.
Oh
like,
no,
wasn't Taz like going ape shit even for a little while after that?
Yes, he was.
So what the
fuck? But in this segment, he didn't, because out came his son Hook, who chased away Jack Perry. Jack Perry went running, bolting like the Roadrunner, bolted into the crowd, and then Hook chased him all the way down to the parking area, where Jack Perry, I kid you not, he torpedoed himself into an SUV, and the SUV took away, and the SUV got away.
Oh, okay. So Jack Perry. Okay, so Jungle Jack over here, he like suicide dived into an SUV and they peeled out. Was the door open or did he dive in through the window?
No, the door was open.
Okay.
The door was
open. He's got
open.
a getaway driver.
He's got a getaway driver, and Hook wasn't able to get him. But you know what? He'll get him next time.
What the shit? In the chat, let me take a look over here. If he said this saying, it's weird that Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus are now both heels. Right? Remember, they were the tag champs together.
Yeah, they were both heels, but they're now in different directions. Jack Perry is now in a rivalry with Hook over the FTW title, for what it's worth.
And Luchasaurus is being Christian Cage's muscle.
And the current AEW TNT champion.
For crying out loud. Vicente is also saying Jose and Juan might want to check their rooms, if they have hidden mics dropped in by Vince McMahon or Tony Khan. Nobody forgets Luke Perry / Dylan McKay. Rest in peace. Raven's look is the right one to copy. Yeah, see? See, like, and that's just him naturally looking like this. If he like got into a little more grungy on there, like, like, go in with that. If you're gonna try to blame the fans,
but he's a son of a Hollywood celebrity. Why should he?
Because it would be cool. Jesus. And Vicente. Taz chuckled a little while thinking, I would have suplexed this kid onto his head back in the day, Cole.
He would have.
He got that right, Cole.
That being said, sorry, Juanjo, # Jungle Hook is no more.
Pay me my money, Tony. In cash.
All right. Now we're going to give you a double whammy, because this is not only the main event match, but this is also the exciting match of the night. A tornado tag team match with the Painmaker, Chris Jericho, and the Spanish god, Sammy Guevara, Les Sex Gods.
Minus Sammy's fuckboy tongue out. Good.
Versus Darby Allin and the Icon.
Sting! It's Sting!
Yes!
Come on, guys. I'm over here like it's painful, but okay, I understand. Sting and Darby, Jericho and Guevara. Okay, we've seen both of these teams, tackle people left, right, and center. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, no. This match got started off when Chris Jericho interrupted Darby Allin and Sting during the post pay-per-view press conference after the Forbidden Door event. Like, Jericho was pissed off, and at one point he even knocked a water bottle with his bat off of some dude, and the dude got
the bat.
Yeah, and the dude got hurt during the whole thing, and he challenged and he challenged Sting and Darby Allin to the Tornado Tag Match, and he told Tony Khan to book that shit.
And Tony still doesn't know how to goddamn act. That is where you get excitable and you get emotional and stuff. But he's rather like, Chris, you're out of line. You're out of line. That's not how you do it.
You're out of line, buddy.
You're out of line. That's not how you do this, Chris. Come see me in my office after the scrub. Chris, no, that is when you go ahead and dial out your coked out dweebahood. No, Chris, this is not how you're supposed to do it. You're out of line. This is how you're going. If you want this match properly, you got to come to my office. That is where you can actually unleash the coked out dweeb. Be proper on the times when you need to be proper. Be the fucking coked out dweeb when you actually have to choose somebody out properly.
I know, right? His motions, his emotions are so backwards.
It's inverted because he's a sexless, coked out dweeb.
Why are you calling him sexless?
Until he can prove that he's had pussy, I will continue to call him sexless.
He's an unwed 40-year-old virgin because this jackass is playing with his very expensive action figures in front of the whole world to try to show everyone how the special boy he is.
Juan has life in his eyes when he's running down Tony Khan.
Which is why I don't show you my eyes.
I know. But that being said, this match had it all. No disqualification, anything goes, steel chairs, tables, ladders, and yes, at one point, Sting and Jericho were dual-wielding bats against each other. No more pointing at the bat menacingly. They were bat dueling.
They were doing crappy lightsaber fighting with those bats. And I should know because Jose and I actually started, part of our martial arts training was trying to do kendo, and we used lightsabers for our practice.
It was pretty fun. Yeah, no. These two fought as if two kids were just learning how to do.
God almighty. They were literally just use your arm. It was so pee-pee poo-poo. It's like, motherfucker, have you never swung a bat in your life?
I don't care. Sting made it cool.
No, I didn't. Sting got brought down with it.
If he said to tell Tony Khan he has some coke coming, if he shows more anger, then Tony will sound like badass like Nick Cage.
Oh, speaking of badass, the match continued on. These guys started brawling at ringside. Darby Allin got tossed over. Sammy Guevara actually leaped from the crowd and leaped from the top of the barricade and hit a cutter on Darby Allin at ringside, which looked fucking awesome. But of course, Darby Allin was able to find his footing again. He ran right back into the ring and then hit a coffin drop to Sammy Guevara on the outside. Unfortunately, he also hurt his arm in the process. Ouch.
Jesus Christ. Are these people serious?
And then Sting and Darby Allin got out two tables, lined them up side by side, and it looked like we were going to get a high-flying spot from Darby Allin. They set up Sammy Guevara on the table, and Darby Allin was going to climb up the ladder inside the ring to dive outside, but Sting climbed up to meet with Darby Allin and told him, no, let me do this. And Sting, channeling his inner New Jack, jumped off the damn ladder in the ring and crashed right through two tables, annihilating Sammy Guevara. Sting, what the hell, man?
Dude, we get it. You can still hang with the kids.
Holy shit!
Sting, you don't have to do this, man. You really don't. Not because we don't
like it,
but because we're scared shitless every time we do, buddy.
I know!
We clench our butt cheeks in the hardest way.
Since he came back to AEW, he's been jumping off a lot of things. Like I said, I'm not joking when I said he's channeled into his inner New Jack.
But what is a joke is kind of insane because, dude, you gotta chill. We get it. You're still badass, but there's time and place. Don't throw it away on a random ass Dynamite episode.
So Jericho and Sting were able to get back into the ring, and Sting was trying to go for a finishing move, but then Jericho countered it into the walls of Jericho, or either to a lion tamer, and it looked like he was going to get the submission win, but then Sting, using the power that he has left, was able to crawl to the corner and grabbed Jericho's bat, Floyd, and whacked Jericho from behind, and then he hit...
Wait, how could he tell which one's Floyd and which one's his bat? Because they're both black aluminum.
One of them has
bats.
the Jericho Appreciation Society branding.
Oh, okay. That explains it. That's kind of dumb.
It's okay. Sting hits the one stinger splash, 2 Stinger Splash. He hits the Scorpion Death Drop. He catches Jericho midair and then locks into Scorpion Deathlock to force Jericho to tap out. Your winners, Darby Allin and the Icon, Sting!
Holy shit.
Yes! This match is the exciting match of the night and the main event, hands down, because Sting was in it, and I don't give a crap what anybody says on the internet.
But they had those stupid dueling bats.
I don't care. It's
was-
cool.
It was stupid.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
But Sting made it cool.
How? Who was winning that exchange, by the way? Wasn't Jericho?
Sting?
Oh, yeah. Well, Sting is kind of taller than Jericho.
He
So I
is the
suppose.
master of the bat, after all.
Ay.
He has more.
I promise. I'm not just trying to poo-poo on Dynamite, on AEW just to poo-poo on it. I love Sting. I love Allin. And I even like Sammy Guevara in the ring. Jericho's freaking ego on everything, it just to be there is what I don't fucking get anymore, man.
I mean, clearly Jericho's showing that even at his early 50s, he still has mileage left to give in the ring. Like,
But he doesn't need to prove that. He was the only man to ever be Stone Cold and The Rock on the same night to become the first ever undisputed champion, baby. I remember that horse shit from 23 years ago, from 22 years ago, and I'm still trying to understand why he feels he has to do constant super reinventions every other month. He said to, and Tam Tam also chanting for Sting over here.
Yay!
Yeah. He said to Sting, light on the bad shots, made up for it with that crazy table dive, ECW, XPW, GCW. In Canada, Sting knew he would need 2 Stinger Splashes on Chris Jericho. It was because Jericho had a field power bonus.
right. No, it would probably make more sense if they were in Winnipeg, but they weren't. That being said, yeah, no, great main event. Holy shit, Sting made it fucking cool. Everyone else did their part. Everyone else did great. So, yeah, there's nothing else for me to say about the main event. It was awesome.
Fantastic. All right, so another good week of Dynamite in the books.
Yes, indeed. Now let's get to this week's edition of Impact Wrestling.
Okay, so we did, and I'm imitating you, Jose, because I'm stuttering with excitement.
There you go. See, Juan gets it. And now, in a rematch from Impact Wrestling's Against All Odds pay-per-view, we start things off with the Impact X Division Championship on the line as the defending champion Sabin goes one-on-one. Chris Sabin goes one-on-one in a rematch against Trey Miguel.
So, former champion Trey Miguel challenging for his taking his rematch clause in and challenging for the X Division Championship. He feels he lost unfairly, which is actually cool on this end because Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, who have been the Motor City Machine Guns all together for decades, being a legendary tag team who still can hang, and are now able to hold the top singles championships in Impact Wrestling together.
Absolutely.
So that was one of those storybook ending things. Like the best friends are actually victorious together.
Oh yeah,
that's nice. I like it. So
of course.
Let's see how this goes. Tell me about the match.
In the first 15 minutes of this programming, the fans got treated to an incredible, fast-paced X Division match from both Sabin and Trey Miguel. Starting things off with Chris Sabin, of course, getting the upper hand on Trey Miguel after a series of reversals and lockups. Trey Miguel being schooled around for a bit. He wasn't taking that shit. So, of course, yeah, of course, in classic heel fashion.
Thank you for the emojis, Lisa Boo.
Yeah, no, it's all good. A classic heel fashion, Trey Miguel reverted to cheating and started grounding down on Chris Sabin during the match. And it looked like things were trending upward. Like Sabin was actually trying to hit a comeback to battle back against Trey Miguel, and it looked like he was about to. And Trey Miguel actually countered the first attempt of the Cradle Shock, and it looked like Chris Sabin was going to win, but the referee was knocked out during the match, and we get a surprise return. Hey, Juan, speaking of friends.
What about friends?
This one is going to leave a very bad taste in our mouths for a while because we get the return of the former NXT Tag Team Champion, Zachary Wentz, who is a former WWE superstar, Nash Carter, in NXT 2.0. Nash Carter.
Yeah, he did something really stupid, and I think we actually have to give our... Oh, God, this one's so big. This
Obligat.
Obligat.
Sounds like the Obligat. Sounds like the name of a very corrupt company.
Well, Obligat.
But no, we have to give an obligatory disclaimer. Thank you, Juancho.
Yeah, because this, what we're about to discuss is extremely, shall we say, racially horrible.
Yeah. In early, I believe it was in early 2022, the WWE fired Nash Carter after Nash Carter revealed pictures on social media where he was posing as a Nazi, as Adolf Hitler. And I'm not whether this ties into it or not. There was also reports of domestic abuse from his former fiancée. She is a former Impact Knockouts wrestler, Kimber Lee.
Yeah, so this guy's trash in real life.
This guy's absolute trash, but if there's anything that Impact Wrestling is known for, is their live and let live policy. It doesn't matter how many times you fucked up, we'll bring you back nonetheless.
Just ask Tommy Dreamer.
And Jeff Hardy.
And Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Yeah, obligatory disclaimer. What's this asshole's name again?
His Zachary Wentz.
Zachary Wentz. Okay. Obligatory disclaimer, folks. Zachary Wentz is a goddamn disgusting piece of crap.
Yes, he is. And the match is thrown out as the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz, have reunited in Impact Wrestling.
Holy cow. So
Yep.
They used to be a tag team back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Between those two and Wes Lee, the three of them, they were the Rascals before Zach Wentz and Wesley went to WWE.
Wait, Wesley was in WWE? I don't remember him.
Wesley?
Yeah.
He's the current North American champion.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, that's what you meant. Jesus, that's what you... I am so tired.
No,
sorry,
it's
go
okay.
ahead.
It's okay. So let me paint a picture for you. Wes Lee, Trey Miguel, and Zachary piece of shit, they were part of the Rascals, a trio of high-flying crazy guys in Impact Wrestling.
Okay.
In their last match in late 2020, two of the three guys left Impact Wrestling and signed a deal with WWE to be featured on the NXT brand.
Okay, I get it.
All right. Awesome. Great. And then everything else happened with Nash Carter and being a piece of shit. You get the drift. What really grinds my gears is that, oh man, and this is just a personal thing, so this has nothing to do with wrestling or politics. This asshole Zachary Wentz is dating Gigi Dolan.
What?
Gigi Dolan traded Darby Allin for this piece of shit.
What the literal crap, man?
And that's as far as I'm going to go into the personal life. I don't like knocking on personal issues. Like, I don't want to attack his manhood or anything like
I'll
that.
attack his manhood. What the fuck, man? How the hell is this Nancy piece of crap freaking, like getting it with Gigi Dolan of all people?
Oh, man.
Somebody explain that shit to me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And Vicente Guerrero mentioning in the comment section,
Wentz back in Impact is a good thing, at least tag team wise. Still, I will miss Kimber Lee in the ring forever. Sad she retired, but I hope she can be happy doing her new thing now. Yeah, it's messed up that's kind of like that was something that was like in the fallout of his firing. And yeah, he's dating Gigi Dolan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, we're pissed. I am royally pissed. I'm only finding this out now. Gigi Dolan's a goddamn sweetheart. What the hell is she doing with this crack-headed looking asshole?
I have
And his
no idea.
buddy over here. Don't you know that that's just a single shoulder tattoo? Why do you have it across your entire chest? That's not how the tattoos are supposed to work. Hey, that looks like a Raven tattoo. You tell him.
No, actually, that's too ugly to be a Raven tattoo. But nonetheless, Juan's right.
That chest tattoo is set up to be single shoulder. Why is it on his whole chest?
It's just
I don't get it.
It's just about as ugly as Impact Wrestling standards when bringing back talent.
You don't believe us? Ask Vince Russo.
All right. I'm done knocking on Zachary Wentz. Let's move on to
He has a
something
corkscrew dick. There. That's my take.
Jesus, man. First Tony Khan and now him.
He's a freaking Nancy, man.
Yes, he is. I agree with you.
He is a Nancy Kerrigan of doom. All right. And I'm not down with that bull crap.
Nobody is. But you know what we are down with?
What?
Some awesome wrestling from the Knockouts division.
Yay!
As one half of the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Kylan King goes one-on-one against Masha Slamovich.
Holy shit. Masha's gonna kill them. Oh, and snap! Gene Rick! Hey up, Gene Rick! Hey, welcome to Wrestle Rewind. And thank you so much for the $1.99 Super Chat.
Thank you, Gene Rick.
Hello,
You
Ravens
are
Flock.
awesome.
Thank you for your continuing support. And yeah, no, Aaron is still here. We're just listening in on our mania here.
All right.
Okay, so Masha Slamovich, the evil Russian sharpshooter herself, versus Kylan King, one half of the Coven, the true witchy women of professional wrestling.
Yes, indeed. Because unlike the ones in WWE, they didn't lose their tag. No, actually, no. That's too low.
Yeah, that is. So Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Yeah, no. Okay, so both of those against the Coven over here. Who wins? Fanboys. That's
Fanboys. Yeah, or me.
Or me.
Anyways, so
Or Angel too. I mean, think about it.
So last week, Killer Kelly defeated Taylor Wilde in singles competition and Masha Slamovich came down to help her from a 2-on-1 beatdown. And this time, it feels it's actually the same thing. We saw the match. Me and Juan, we saw bits of the match. Masha Slamovich was trying to overcome the 2-on-1 advantage with Taylor Wilde at ringside, getting involved in her shenanigans while the referees has her back turned. Masha Slamovich was able to overcome the 2-on-1 odds. So, cheating doesn't always get you a win, folks.
Yeah, no.
Cheating never prevails.
Yeah, cheaters never prosper.
Yeah, thank you. Masha Slamovich was able to mount a comeback, and she was able to put down Kylan King with the snowplow, paying homage to WWE wrestler Al Snow.
Not bad. So yeah, Masha managed to come out on top. So the sharpshooter hits her mark once again.
That's
and
right.
We're getting those little 100% bubble reactions.
Yes, keep them coming, please. And
we
then
like those.
And yet, despite winning the match, Masha Slamovich was on the receiving end of another 2-on-1 beatdown.
No, how dare they?
But in the roles being reversed, Killer Kelly ran down to the ring with a collar around her neck with the chain in hand, and she helped even the odds against the Coven. And then after the match, I kid you not that one comes first.
This is so weird, guys.
This is so weird. These two have like a moment of embrace in the ring as Masha Slamovich grabs the other end of the chain and she wraps it around her neck. And she brings Killer Kelly closer to her, face to face. And I kid you not, I'm trying.
It doesn't end there. Remember.
No, but in that moment, it looked like, and I'm trying not to say that. Try not to get people to piss.
Though you could. You go ahead and say it. As
it looked like they were gonna kiss.
It looked like they were gonna start making out, taking liberties with each other.
Yeah, it looked like that. It looked like we were gonna get some of that. I mean, done it. They've had women wrestlers kiss on TV.
I mean, oh yeah.
I never thought I'd see the day that we would have a Stupid Files reference on my channel.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. So yeah,
it didn't end there though.
No, it didn't end there. They both left the ring, but like Masha Slamovich with the chain was dragging Killer Kelly along. So
hey, you're not the only one who's teed off over this, Jose. If I may show.
Go ahead.
Take a look. Jordan Grace. On Twitter, she went, I leave, and now they want to start doing this kind of stuff with smiling, crying emojis. And this is the actual footage of it. There's Masha putting the dog collar around herself now. What the hell?
Yes. They put the dog collar around herself, and
I don't know. This is how close and face-to-face they got. I mean, oh my. Okay, so Masha has just claimed Killer Kelly. Killer Kelly is now Masha Slamovich's pet. It's official. It's a freaking official, man.
Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich OnlyFans page confirmed.
Oh, God, no, don't. Well, God damn it. Threaten me with a good time. You jackass. Vicente in the chat. And yeah, Tam is like, What? That is so steamy and hot. And Vicente saying Masha Slamovich and Kalen King are awesome in the ring is like saying I was happy to win $91 million last night.
Right?
Yeah, no, it's an understatement. They know how to freaking throw the hell down.
We got some flaming heart emojis from
the
Unicorn
chain
Tam-
grab by Masha. Sorry, yeah, the flaming heart emojis. You said that. Sorry.
Yeah, we got some flaming heart emojis from Unicorn Tam. What did Vicente say?
Vicente saying over here, the chain grab by Masha was almost looking like it was going to be a kiss. So hot right out of the adult section of video stores. Oh,
The hell are you doing, Impact Wrestling? Jeez, man.
Impact
you got
Wrestling.
some balls on you. Very ballsy move, but be careful, dude. You don't want to lose another cable deal. All right, enough. All right, let's all tone it down, for goodness sake.
Never.
As we move on to the...
That was ridiculous and hot as fuck, and I don't understand how they got away with that.
Oh, my God. But now let's
I'm like Jerry Lawlering over here.
Yes. Oh, God, please, no. No.
Please!
That is the worst example.
Yeah,
Wancho.
I know, because he's did dumb shit.
Yes, he is. But now let's get to a much more exciting and compelling segment of the night. We actually get a good video package highlighting the wrestling career of the former Impact president, Scott D'Amore.
Right. So Scott D'Amore, as we know, as anyone who's following, has gone on record to say like he's been placed on temporary leave as the head of Impact Wrestling. And now he's working as an active competitor.
Absolutely. The video package
lacing back up again.
Oh yeah, there are different Impact wrestlers actually chimed in during this video package, and it showed footage of him actually wrestling in his early years, from his early years in ECW before its closure, and he wrestled in the Independents in Canada. Like also paying homage, he actually wore his shirt of Can-Am Wrestling of his Can-Am Wrestling school.
Yeah, it's excellent. Obviously, what's his face. Scott D'Amore is a superhero for Canada. Like he is the guy who invented the Canadian Destroyer.
Yes, he is, and he's coached and he's trained and coached a lot of wrestlers that we see today. One notably, the former Impact World Champion, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander. How many times have we seen them in segments?
That explains him. Holy shit! Because you can only get that good because Josh Alexander is frighteningly good. He's the only guy who can make headgear, like traditional like amateur wrestling headgear, look frightening because it's on his head. Vicente in the chat, Masha and Kelly must have been watching Mickey James matches.
Oh my goodness!
Probably. And they also surprising in that footage to know that Scott D'Amore invented the Canadian Destroyer. Like, wow.
Another cool mensch that they brought up in the video package is that one of the Impact wrestlers,
he says,
short word for mention, mensch.
Yeah.
So, is that one of the Impact wrestlers mentioned that they saw Scott D'Amore in a WWE house show back in the early 2000s where Scott D'Amore wrestled a match against Kurt Angle.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Dude, could you imagine Scott D'Amore squaring up with the former Olympic gold medalist
who won his Olympic gold medal with a broken freaking neck?
Right, that is awesome. So yeah, great video package. Obviously, to hype up Scott D'Amore's in-ring return when he tag teams with PCO to take on Bully Ray and Steve Macklin at Slammiversary. I know. Oh man. And of course, Impact Slammiversary is going to be on Friday, July 15th in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. So yeah, it's going to be on the day we're going to be at MetroCon.
So go friggin' figure. They're going to have their match while we're away at the 20th anniversary of Florida's largest anime convention here, the MetroCon. It's been a staple of ours since we started attending conventions, so go figure.
More on that later.
At least we'll have something cool going on, so we're not worrying about PCO in the ring.
Ugh.
Like, he's still an incredible wrestler, but for crying out loud, guys.
His gimmick is dumb.
It's past its prime.
It's past its prime. All right, but now let's go ahead and move on to the bland match of the night. And this is pretty much just like I said, my same criticism about the tag match. It's not exciting. It's not horrible, but it is standard. It's a one-on-one encounter between Kenny King versus, I'm going to get his name right, Yuya Uemura.
All right, Yuya Uemura.
First try.
Yay. Well done, Jose. And yeah, like I said, the match itself isn't really the attraction for this, though. We're going to show y'all why this even was worthy of a mention tonight.
I mean, these two had
Or
pretty
a
good...
mensch, as Jose likes to say.
Hey, I like new words. So yeah, like I said, this match wasn't exciting. It was a technical standard match between two competitors. Obviously, the real guy going over is Kenny King, since Kenny King is currently feuding with Joe Hendry for the Impact Digital Media Championship. So yeah, it was pretty easy. Like, even though these guys wrestled pretty well, the victory, Kenny King winning, was already telegraphed from the beginning. Especially when there was like interference from his new protege Sheldon Jean at ringside.
What?
Yeah, and of course, predictably, Kenny King was able to get a win out of this singles competition. But like Juan said, the real drama, the real excitement happened right after the match. Because we got an appearance from the Impact Digital Media Champion. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Go to town and Texas and Tokyo to America, Scotland, and Canada and Mexico. You say, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
So, in classic Joe Hendry fashion, he has a special gift for his opponent. He has a special gift for Kenny King. Another one of his great, compelling music videos that he titles The Kenny King Story.
If there was some dumbass in the crowd who was saying, like, what is this, American Idol? Like,
yeah, the last time someone said that in WWE, he literally got slapped in the face by Edge.
Yeah,
with Alter Bridge, chilling with the Rated R superstar.
Oh my freaking
Seriously,
God!
I guarantee you, if Steph was there chilling with the band and somebody said something that stupid like, "Oh, what is this, American Idol?" I'm pretty sure she would do something far worse than slap the idiot.
Like, she would probably just go something like, you know something? They gave away free tickets to American Idol. Your dumbass paid for these guys. So shut the fuck up. Piss off, you cow bag, as she'd say.
Just an obligatory reminder that Steph the Alternate is a fan of Alter Bridge. Moving on. So,
in the chat, real quick, remember Scott D was on WCW Saturday Night, jobbing to Harlem Heat, jobbing to on Superstars Undertaker. The best part of Uemura versus King was the Joe Hendry song afterwards.
Yes, because Joe Hendry went on to sing about Kenny King's wrestling career, but there was so weird in the timeline of Kenny King's wrestling career. There's something weird that happened in 2013.
He was as part of the little music video, while he's playing on the synth piano here and playing on the guitar and singing, Joe Hendry showed up little graphics of Kenny King's wrestling career, including an actual timeline with 2013 having like his silhouette cut out with question marks all over. And he's like, so I did some digging, and it turns out the best money you made in your career was when you were... Shall I show it?
Do it. Do it. The people must know.
Male stripper Kenny. Like, oh my God. He basically ragged on how Kenny King was such a jobber in his time that the best money that he made was when he was working as a male stripper while still wrestling. This was terrifying. That dude with the American Idol remark quickly shut his goddamn mouth and started saying stripper Kenny along with everyone else in the arena. Holy shit.
It was such good shit. And Kenny King was so embarrassed.
Oh my God. Like, Moose was just trying to keep people from seeing how he's like how he likes to boogie down with ladies. Like, but this is definitely embarrassing, man. But, like, hey, that just goes to show you, pro wrestling is not for the faint of heart. When you're starting off, you are not making the big bucks. You are not getting booked on these gigantic shows. You're not getting the contracts that you would need in order to make a proper living. Sometimes you have to take side hustles. It's not that uncommon. John Cena was a personal trainer, and then Matt Cardona, he was somebody's personal trainer and he was also working at a health store, like a health food store.
Yes, Sammy Guevara even mentioned that during his early wrestling career, he was trying to hold down one fast food job after another, having to put in hours in Whataburger.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's not super easy for guys starting off. So obviously, no one can really blame Kenny King. He's obviously had a good physique. It works for him. He may as well show a few ladies a good time in order to cover the bills while he keeps following his dream.
But this video
now that
segment,
we said that,
this video segment also proves that, hey, you can have comedy in your wrestling
as long as the comedy makes sense. Okay, and this makes sense. So while you heard me and Jose, we're over here like, yes, it's important for these guys to have some humanity and have some respect for them, because they're hustling in order to make their dream come true. On the other hand, goddamn, stripper Kenny looking like he's ready for a night at Chippendale. I'm not talking about as a customer. No, for real though. If that was how he made his living over here, props to him.
Props to him, man.
But still, Joe Hendry put this motherfucker in his place.
Yes.
With the stripper Kenny bit. I think this warrants another one, Jose. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I said, it's funny. It's interesting that the Stupid Files memes made its way into our channel.
That's an excellent obscure internet YouTube reference for you folks in the chat from Vicente Guerrero. Tam was saying whoa and Raffle LOL from Aaron Cooper. Vicente, well, Stephanie McMahon mid-2000s would have slapped a guy for making reality show jokes, and Steph would wolf down some cake. And she was kind of fat once, even though it didn't look so bad. It doesn't look so bad right now. I remember that.
No. We weren't talking about Stephanie McMahon. We were talking about Steph, the alter nerd. Totally different person.
Yeah, no.
But Stephanie McMahon would have done worse.
Yeah, Stephanie McMahon would have probably, when talking about like shouting somebody down.
Yeah.
Ooh. But yeah, no. The point is, it's nuts, and that was hilarious in the sexiness.
Yes, it was. But now let's get to the boring segment of the night,
which is messed up.
Speaking of people that Joe Hendry has punked out in the past, we get another video package from the former NXT Tag Team Champion, Dirty Dango.
Still cutting his promo videos of, hey, I hate wrestling, everybody in wrestling sucks, so I'm going to be a professional wrestler who hates wrestling.
So in this shoot promo, Dirty Dango runs down Santino Marella and actually mentions how Santino Marella got a job in OVW thanks to Jim Cornette. And even though he didn't directly call out the WWE, he mentioned the evil powers that be gave Santino Marella a job.
Wow, what the fuck? Okay, so yeah, while I do agree with the tale of how Santino Marella got his job by being a doofus at the right time that pissed off Jim Cornette, and they used it as an excuse to fire him, and he got a job out of it. While I understand that, the way that Dirty Dango brought it up took the life out of the story and made it more dour. It made it more like okay, that's kind of depressing when you put it that way. Not because it makes Santino look bad, but because Dirty Dango is crappy in the delivery.
He's also crappy, and it only gets worse as Santino went and twisted the knife and started ragging on Santino's daughter, the current NXT superstar, Ariana Grace.
What? Really?
Yes.
He shat on our Ariana Grace?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, no, you gotta be kidding me, this freaking guy. Okay, first of all, fuck you, buddy. Keep this girl's name out your fucking mouth. Oh, wait. Please tell me that's something Santino does.
Well, he didn't slap. We didn't get a Will Smith slap from Santino, but Santino did have a few choice words of his own, and this is a very rare occasion. In many segments, Santino has always been portrayed as funny, as campy, as corny,
and dumb.
But this is probably the first and maybe the only time
to date
that Santino Marella got serious, and he was pissed.
Okay, real quick. Matthew Colbert said Steph the Alter Nerd is ultra great. Hell yeah, she is. She's living her best life vacationing with family in Italy. Ciao, amica.
Steph the Alter Great. Hey, that sounds like a good name.
Steph the Alter. Well, that would be like if we did hieroglyphic history or whatever, and you see like a hieroglyph of Pharaoh Steph the Alter Great holding up instead of a scepter, like holding up a cactus. In her hand.
Oh my god!
The cactus laced with chili oil is shove it up your ass thing.
Oh my goodness. Anyway,
okay,
so Santino Marella, he got fired up.
Okay, this is scary. Go ahead.
Santino Marella took umbrage of Dirty Dango criticizing his career direction in wrestling, and he pretty much told Dirty Dango exactly the same thing you said. Pretty much told Dirty Dango to keep his daughter out of their business. Keep his daughter's name out of your freaking mouth.
Shit. Like, I was actually watching the promo here, and I was like looking at like, yo, do I need to get my glasses checked again? Is that Santino Marella?
Yeah, Santino being pissed off saved the segment from being complete garbage.
The one thing that still kind of takes me out of it is Santino's still keeping up the Italian accent in his promo.
It's canon now. At this point, it's canon. He started off his character
the accent a little bit in order to show how serious he is.
No, because he started off his WWE.
It's not that bad.
He started off the Santino character with the accent. He's gonna end the Santino character with the accent.
Hey, like, okay, yeah, no, like, hey, go fucking figure. Beneath the socks and the Santina cross-dressing gimmick of his,
and the honkometer,
and him being a cornball, hey, there may have actually been some sort of presentational talent.
Absolutely. We might actually get a serious like wrestling match between Dirty Dango and Santino Marella. Santino might actually serious the hell up.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not holding my breath, but at the same time, like, yeah, like, and that's actually compelling if it wasn't dragged down by Dirty Dango making it drag.
I know. Dirty Dango cutting these shoot promos, trying to bleed reality in fiction and stuff. Like, there's a way to do that.
Right? Oh yeah, you're right. Vicente. And yes, K-Storm said, and that ain't it. Vicente over here, Santino kept calling Dango a son of a bitch, sounded like Jericho's New Japan Pro Wrestling promos. Like every NJPW Jericho calls their opponents a son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, that was actually pretty gnarly. Like instead of calling him a son of a gun, he calls him a son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, and he was actually like putting
gusto,
oomph behind it. Shit, oh,
I know, it's crazy.
Right?
But
like
now,
it would have been better if it wasn't like wasted on goddamn Dirty Dango.
I know. But now we get to the main event segment of Impact Wrestling as we finally get some answers as to why the national treasure that is Nick Aldis attacked the Impact World Champion Alex Shelley last week.
All right, so if you don't remember, they were all part of a 5-on-5 tag match?
Yeah, that was a clusterfuck. I'm not going to revisit that again. But
you can't make me.
After the match, it looked like they were going to have a show of sportsmanship between Nick Aldis and Alex Shelley, as Aldis was handing Shelley the title. But he decided to be a dick and attacked Alex Shelley with the title last week.
The Fiend, how dare he?
And now we find out why. I will say this. Half of the segment is pretty much Nick Aldis telling the fans to shut up.
Listen, if you, it's called having a little respect. Why don't you Americans try it? Have some respect.
It sounded like he was having a very hard time cutting his promo.
Oh, no.
What do you think? You think he was struggling?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
It seemed a little unsure, a little unconfident.
Alex Shelley actually went down to confront him, and then, like, just to hear him out, just to hear Nick Aldis' explanation, Alex Shelley went and sat with the fans at ringside, and
Nick Aldis was originally like saying like, hey, no, I want you to come down here and I want you to go sit out there with the rest of the fans because you're such a working class hero, because you're a working man, you're every guy, whatever. Go ahead and show everyone what the working guy you really are. Go sit with the rest of the scrubs. And Alex Shelley turned that around on him and said like, dude, you're trying to say this stuff as if it's something derogatory or dirty? I love the fans. I'll sit out here with them all night long. I don't give a damn. You go ahead and you speak your piece, Nick Aldis. Let's go ahead and see what you've got to say to my face. I'm right here.
All right, and pretty much if you take away all of his all of the moments where he was struggling to talk and the fans talking over him, his number one explanation is say it with me, Juan.
You got it.
Professional jealousy, or in short version,
in the short version, we're hearing a live rendition of a brand new that's being brought in by Nick Aldis in a recitation of his brand new autobiography. Where?
It's
only a matter of time before we imported the wad jokes, and Steph and Andy aren't the only ones who can make fun of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
The only parallels between the two, between Nick Aldis and this guy, is that number one, they're British, and number two, they got the same hairstyle.
Oh my god, they do have the same hairstyle.
Oh my god!
Oh god.
I mean, you can't tell from this photo, not from this angle. Can you?
Kinda. Well, if you take a look at him from where he's clocking Alex Shelley with the belt.
Yeah. So yeah, it's professional jealousy. It's the tale as old as time. We've heard this before, and it's not going away anytime soon. And yes, Vicente Guerrero, you're right. Yeah, he wants gold and money. Because, that's what you say when it comes to professional jealousy. The whole segment ends with a brawl between Alex Shelley and Nick Aldis, and then Nick Aldis was saved. It was assisted by, I kid you not, a former NXT Cruiserweight champion, Lio Rush.
Lio Rush?
Yes. The former NXT Cruiserweight champion. He was released by WWE in 2020 during the pandemic.
Where the hell has he been this whole time?
He's actually been making rounds. He's been wrestling in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's also wrestled in AEW for a spell. And for a spell. Yeah, no, he's been around the independents, and now he's back in Impact Wrestling. And he wants a shot at Chris Sabin's X Division title. During the brawl, Nick Aldis and Lio Rush teamed up to destroy the Motor City Machine Guns in the ring, using their own championships against them.
So Nick Aldis clocked Alex Shelley once again with the Impact World title, and Lio Rush clocked Chris Sabin with the X Division Championship.
Correct.
Ow, dicks.
And yeah, the segment ends with the bad guys standing tall, holding the gold, making their statements perfectly clear. One, ring the bell.
All right.
So, final thoughts on this week's Impact Wrestling. They're doing a great job in moving the story along with Alex Shelley and Nick Aldis. I think Nick Aldis needs a little bit more work. He didn't look very comfortable at all during his promo segment.
Okay, I gotta say this right now. He's clearly, it's clear and obvious that Mickie James married this guy for the looks, because he's no freaking Shakespeare over here. He's no great orator.
No, he's not. And if it weren't for Alex Shelley, I think that promo segment would have been dead. Because the fans were eating
Nick
him
no talkie good. There.
I know, right? Everything else was pretty fun. The opening rematch with Trey Miguel and Chris Sabin was awesome, save for the return of that Nazi piece of shit. The match between Masha Slamovich and Kylan King was cool, and the segment afterwards where they both collared up. Collar tied up, I guess. Oh, man, that was so weird. Yeah, no. Everything else was pretty much standard. Not a bad Impact Wrestling.
Not a bad
show.
Impact Wrestling. Okay,
Dirty Dango needs to there's got to be a limit. There's a ceiling.
Is he being intentionally drab in his delivery? Okay, if you remember when Chris Jericho was first starting to become Mr. Serious,
the cold, sinister heel.
Yeah, that one where he was speaking very slowly and he was using long and protracted words. That was done on purpose. Is Dirty Dango? I want to assume he has enough brains to try that this is why he sounds drab and lame, because he's doing it on purpose.
If he's doing that, if he's trying to do a similar version of Jericho in his heel run in 2008, he's not trying hard enough. Also, I liked Jericho's heel run in 2008, especially the clothing he wore. I've heard people say that he is actually that he looked like that bad guy from the movie No Country for Old Men.
Oh my God in heaven! Seriously? He's going to compare him to Daniel Day-Lewis? That is messed up. Wait, no. No, Danny Day-Lewis is There Will Be Blood. Javier Bardem was No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Vicente in the chat. Matthew Coburn and oh my god. Okay, so Aaron Cooper. Wah. The sound he would make if Steph put a cactus laced with chili oil up his backside.
Oh!
Vicente wondered how long Leo Rush will be in Impact before he, quotes, retires again for a few months. Last I saw, Rush was in MLW.
Yeah, no. It's also important to note that Rush had to take some time away from wrestling due to multiple injuries. So, ugh.
Okay, so he was healing up. We want privacy. We want privacy.
Oh my god.
Vicente did say in that career retro that she was partly into Nick Aldis because of his British accent.
Oh my god.
Mickey, come on, you're smarter than that.
I know.
Whatever, it's okay.
You guys need a Javier in your team. Oh no!
We don't. We have a Javier Bardem in our team. It's called Angel Mendez.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we know that he's King Triton. That just means that he was. So all three of the sons of Kronos were fuckboys then.
Whoa!
By that from because let me put it this way. Okay, Zeus, famous for being a fuckboy, right?
Yes.
And Poseidon. He has children whose Triton is the son of Poseidon.
Yes.
And Triton takes after his grandfather, his father, and his uncles over here, his uncle Zeus, by being a fuckboy because of the live action Little Mermaid. Every single one of the mermaid daughters were of different ethnicities and races and shit.
Yes.
So he got around.
It all comes full circle.
Wow. The only one who's like a committed monogamous man was Hades because he laid his eyes on Persephone and boom, he's locked in for life.
I know, right? Damn. That's so weird.
No, okay. Dean, I saying the Juan Jose and Javier. It's Juan Jose and Angel over here. And
Angel is our Javier.
Angel is our Javier. And if we want to get technical, Angel's first name is also Jose. But in order to keep things simpler so we're not confusing each other,
we call
Jose,
him Angel.
And there's Angel. So his full name, Jose Angel Mendez. Jose's full name, Jose Luis Casabona. But, Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez. Easy.
Please don't dox us.
Don't dox us. But yeah.
Anyways.
Juan Jose and Jangel.
Okay, let's move on from this stupidness. All right. So this week's AEW Dynamite was...
stupid, it's just silly.
This week's AEW Dynamite was definitely a lot of fun. I enjoyed the opening match between Moxley and Tomohiro Ishii. That was so brutal. I love...
Ishii scares me.
Yeah, I know,
I'm not even, joking.
Renee Paquette losing her cool and actually bitching out both Moxley and Kingston was awesome. No.
We got to have a spousal spat in the middle of AEW Dynamite. That's hilarious.
Don't piss off Renee.
Yeah, she knows where you live, John.
I know.
And she has the phone numbers to all your favorite blood banks.
Oh my god.
She'll keep that and she'll delete those phone numbers right off your phone. She don't give a damn.
She'll
put parental control on your cell phone. You're only allowed to watch WWE PG era matches that include the junior division and shit.
The matches and the matches and segments in between were pretty all right. They were okay on average numbers, but the main event, the Tornado Tag match, was definitely a lot of fun. I will always bark out and I will always cheer for Sting, and nobody is gonna stop me.
But they dueled with their baseball bats crappily.
I don't care. Sting made it look cool because he won.
He didn't make the freaking bad baseball bat duel look cool. It looks cool to you because he won it.
Yeah.
You said to Renee being pissed would even freak Tomohiro Ishii out.
Yes.
Piper matches only. Oh no, I'm talking about the crappy mid 2000s WWE programming.
Yeah, but that being, but yeah, and the night 2 of NXT Gold Rush wasn't as good as night 1. Well, actually, no, I take it back. It's just as good as night 1.
We had an honorable mention for the bad / ridiculous segment. We had a second round of visits of Tony D'Angelo Gabagool. Who was visiting him this time?
Joe Coffey, the leader of the Scottish Boys Gallus.
Okay,
and he told Tony D'Angelo that Stax is trying to usurp him, that he's trying to become the new boss, the new Don
of NXT. And so Joe Coffey. They're talking through the prison glass, and I was making a joke holy crap, Tony D'Angelo is supposed to compared to anyone else, like, if we're going by how Dominic Mysterio qualifies being a gangster from prison, then Tony D'Angelo is officially like a super gangster.
God damn it, Juan. I avoided talking about that segment tonight because there's only so much stupid that I can tolerate.
There was also a segment involving Schism having a sit-down talk, and what's his face, Joe Gacy, trying to gaslight the Dyad by saying, if you guys suck, it's because you don't believe enough, kind of crap. And they're like, no, dude, we hitched ourselves to you, and we've been losing like nobody's business ever since.
No. That segment, that wasn't dumb, but that was pretty much kicking a dead horse, or in this case, kicking a grizzled dead horse.
Is Grills a young vet? Nope.
No, it's too depressing, Juan. They're on their way out.
Tam likes when my hand makes an appearance over here.
Oh, God, your stupid hand.
No, it's just with me talking. Okay.
But anyways, Gold Rush Night 2 was definitely fun. Opening match was great. I love seeing Andre Chase back. Chasey's back in full swing. Nathan Frazier versus Dragon Lee put on a hell of a clinic for their clash for the Heritage Cup title, whatever the hell.
Yeah, the Heritage Cup. Very nice.
And I'm sorry. Any chance in redeeming Baron Corbin now has completely evaporated the moment they just put him back in his old gimmick.
Without any actual build, without any actual thing. It would have been like Seth Rollins when he showed up at NXT last week to fight Braun Breaker for the World Heavyweight title if he just showed up in his old Shield gear.
Yeah, with no explanation as to why.
With no explanation as to why, without laughing, without anything else, not even trying to do his old Shield stuff in it. That would have been just as pointless. Yeah, Matthew Coburn, gotta hand it to him.
But I am happy that Carmelo Hayes got a good match out of Baron Corbin and was able to retain the NXT title. So good for him. Yay!
Yay!
All right. So, couple of announcements. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to hold off on announcements until this Saturday. So, I think we're good for now. I'm ready to go to bed because I am sleepy.
We do have an important announcement for...
Yes, that's right. An immediate announcement for this Saturday. Folks, if you are awake during the afternoon, although I can't imagine anybody being sleepy in the afternoon, tune in at 3 p.m. Eastern this Saturday on YouTube and Twitch as we live stream a wrestling watch party for the upcoming WWE pay-per-view event, WWE's Money in the Bank.
Hell yeah!
Yes, Money in the Bank is making its long-awaited international debut at the O2 Arena in London, England. And it looks like the main event for Money in the Bank is going to be the Civil War, the Bloodline Civil War. The Bloodline has imploded as the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns teams up with Solo Sikoa to take on the Usos.
Holy shit, this is crazy.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great. And I hope you guys tune in and join in with us.
And of course, don't forget our this week's edition of the Ravens Flock, which will start at 7:30 p.m. After the watch party here.
Absolutely, after the watch party, we'll have our main show, our number one show here on this channel, the Ravens Flock, which is every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Twitch. We'll be here to discuss with you the latest news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture, whether it's a busy week, a slow week, or even a dead week. It doesn't matter because there's always something to talk about, and we'll be here to share with each and every one of you. With that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Ravens Flock thanks you all very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona, as he reviews for you the best of the worst of 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. And those wrestling programs are WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch. Hit the subscribe or the follow button. Ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online, Twitch.tv/The Ravens Flock Online, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell right here on the flagship platform, YouTube.com/The Ravens Flock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. That was Juan Arouse. And Tony Khan, put Renee Paquette on commentary.